Okay, we were doing the chapter vectors.
Dots.
Yesterday, I was discussing about the law of addition of vectors. There is a specific law of addition of vectors. There are actually two laws. First one is law of parallelogram, and the second one is law of triangle. So yesterday I discussed the law of parallelogram, and we two vectors were A and B. If you remember, A and B were two vectors. Angle between them was theta. What is the formula of this one? A plus B is equal to R. That means resultant of these two vectors is R. Addition of two vectors is R vector. And what is the value of R? R squared is only magnitude I'm talking about. This is same as R is same as magnitude of A plus B. A plus B. Same as the magnitude of A plus B. What was the formula of R, or rather R squared formula? Yesterday we had derived. R squared formula was coming like this: A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is yesterday's a bit revision, and then we'll continue from there. This formula will determine the value of R. Value of R is the magnitude. And what will give the direction, because the vector must have magnitude as well as direction. What gives the direction? For direction, we have the formula tan alpha. We can take it this way. We'll use this formula. Tan alpha is equal to B sin theta upon B cos theta plus A, or we can write as A plus B cos theta. This was the formula. And using this formula, we'll find the value of alpha. Using this formula, we'll find the value of R. And one interesting thing, while we are adding the two vectors, is the angle between the two vectors, theta. Theta matters a lot between the two vectors to find the resultant of their addition. Okay, so depending upon the value of theta, please mute yourself. It's getting disturbed. Everybody should mute. So R square formula is depending upon the value of the resultant will change. Okay, now there are three special cases. Write down your special cases. Continuation of yesterday, write down special cases. You may not write this formula. This is what I have written just for the sake of revision. You can continue from yesterday's lesson and then write down your special cases. Number one, first special case, write down here when theta is 0 degree. When theta is 0 degree, what does it mean? That means when the two vectors are in the same direction. Vector A and vector B are in the same direction, angle between them will be 0 degree. There will be no angle between them. So that time, what is the formula of magnitude of the resultant? R square formula will become A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 0 degree, I will write. Next line I write is R square is equal to A square plus B square. Cos 0 degree is 1, so this will be remaining only 2AB. Into 1 we can write, or we can just write 2AB directly. This will become as R square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB, which is equal to A plus B whole square. We know the formula. A plus B whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB. Square square will go, and the answer will come now. R is equal to A plus B. This will be the formula of the resultant. In that case, what I mean to say, suppose one vector is A, another vector is B. Magnitude of A is suppose 2. Magnitude of B is 3 unit. 2 unit and 3 unit. What is the value of resultant? What is the value of total resultant? Which when we are adding them, total resultant value will come simple addition. 2 plus 3, 5 unit. 5 unit. That means two vectors can be added simply also. They can be added simply also. When can we add their magnitude simply? When both the vectors act in the same direction. When both the vectors act, because angle between them is 0 degree. There is no angle between them. So two vectors can be added simply only when in the same direction. That means when the theta, so we'll get this one, r is equal to a plus b. It is not that the two vectors cannot be added simply. They can be added simply only in one situation, only in one case. Between them is 0 degree, or when they are acting in the same direction, when the two vectors are acting in the same direction. I think you know that, suppose we take a body here like this. We are giving a force of F1 is 2 Newton, another force F2 is 3 Newton. What is the total force acting on them on the body? You can simply add now 2 plus 3. The answer is coming 5 Newton, because both of them are vectors and they are acting in the same direction. That is, angle between them is 0 degree. What is the total force acting on the body? 2 plus 3. We write the answer 5 Newton. Okay. Now case number 2, second case. When theta equal to 90 degree, that is when the two vectors are perpendicular to one another. When two vectors are perpendicular to one another. Let us see what is the value of r coming now. Square is equal to, it will come as a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 90 degree. Right? R square, a square plus b square. We know cos 90 degree is 0. Entire thing becomes this. Square is equal to a square plus b square. So in a way, it is a Pythagoras theorem. What I mean to say, suppose one vector is like this, a vector is like this, another vector is like this. Angle between the two vectors is 90 degree. Angle between them is 90 degree. Then what is the resultant? Resultant will be coming like this. This is the resultant r. And what is the magnitude of r? This magnitude of a vector is a, magnitude of vector b is b. R value will come what? Simply Pythagoras theorem. It will be a Pythagoras theorem. R square is equal to a square plus b square. I think we have done this situation also. Like yesterday I showed, suppose a boy in the first case, boy moves 3 meter here north, again 4 meter north, same direction. What is the displacement of the body? Displacement is vector. We simply add, because they are in the same direction. Direction is not changing, so total will be 3 plus 4, 7 meters. But if the 3 meter is like this and 4 meter is like this, what is the value of displacement? Okay. Now we'll do case 3. Case number 3. I'll run this part and then write case 3, third special case. Third one, when theta equal to 180 degree. Theta is equal to 180 degree. That time, let us write the formula. R square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 180 degree. I need to write. This becomes r square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 180 is minus 1. In calculator also you can check cos 180 degree value is minus 1. So square is equal to a r square plus b square minus 2ab. Therefore, r square, which is formula of a minus b whole square. A minus b square, b minus a whole square. A minus b whole square is equal to b minus a whole square. We expand, get the same r value will come or b minus a. That's why we use the sign r is equal to a. This is a symbol for difference, bigger minus smaller, a minus b, or a difference b, whichever is bigger minus smaller will do. We are finding the total, that is the addition only, but because of the angle 180 degree, the resultant will be subtracted. What I mean to say, when two vectors are acting in the opposite direction, then the angle between them is taken at 180 degree. What I mean to say, suppose if A is like this, B is like this. A vector is like this, B vector is opposite. in the opposite direction to one another. Therefore, in this case, we are finding this value only. R is equal to, we are finding A plus B only. That means we are finding the addition of these two, total resultant we are finding. But because of the direction, R value will come A difference B. Whichever is bigger minus the smaller will do. Suppose this side we are giving a force of 7 Newton. This side the force is given 2 Newton. What is the total force given? 7 minus 2 will do. 7 minus 2, bigger minus a smaller. 7 minus 2, the answer will come 5 Newton. Though we are finding the addition, but because of the opposite direction, we have to subtract them. Then you will get a total resultant. Resultant of their addition will become subtraction here now in this case. Okay, now this is all about the magnitude. That means here we are going to add, but because of the opposite direction, because the angle with them is 180 degrees of their additions. So what I mean to say, two vectors can be added simply, but only in one case. This is the case, but in all cases we cannot add them simply. That simple addition will not take place, which takes place with the scalar quantities, but in vector they will not take place. Okay, now I talked about the direction because vector has got both magnitude and direction. This is only magnitude value R. Every time I have written the value of R only. In all the three situations I have written the value of R. Now what about the direction? Let us check. In the first case, direction of this R, vector R, will be the direction of any one of them. Because both of them are acting in the same direction here. Suppose this one is 2 meter, this is 3 meter in the direction of east. So resultant will come addition 2 plus 3, 5 units towards east. In the same direction, the resultant of any one direction of resultant will be the direction of any one of the vectors. If 2 Newton, 3 Newton force is acting on the body, what direction the total force will be acting? 2 plus 3, value of that total force will be 5 Newton, but the direction will be right side. This is going the right direction to be like in the right direction or along the right side. If it is east, we write here due east, towards east, we like that. Okay, now in this case, how to mention direction when the angle between them is 90 degrees. So to mention direction, what we will do, we will find this angle because this time this direction is different out here. So we will find this angle alpha. We normally find the angle with the horizontal line here. With the horizontal line, we will find this angle. Now we can use here in this triangle, tan alpha will apply. Tan alpha is equal to perpendicular by the base. We write here B by A, and alpha value will come tan inverse of B by A with the vector A. We'll mention that with the vector A. This will be the direction in this case when the angle between them is 90 degrees. Now in the third case, when the theta is 180 degrees, that means resultant will come by subtraction A minus B or B minus A. And the direction will be now the direction of the bigger one. This time the direction will be the direction of bigger one. Suppose if A is 7 Newton, B is 2 Newton, what is the value of resultant magnitude? Resultant will come 7 minus 2, 5 Newton. But in what direction? Which direction is dominating here? 7 Newton is like this and 2 Newton is the other way. So bigger one will dominate. That means this will be pushing it this side or the other. The total net direction will be along the right direction, right side. If the right direction is representing east, we like that due east. 5 Newton due east. So that means when the two vectors in the opposite direction, the resultant will be subtraction of the bigger minus the smaller difference, and the direction of the bigger one will dominate. Okay. Now, resultant of the addition of vector R is equal to A plus B. This is the maximum value. We can write here. This will give the maximum value. You can write here maximum value. Maximum resultant of the two vectors, the magnitude of the resultant of the two vectors can be equal to A plus B, simple addition. And the minimum resultant will come by subtraction. This will give the minimum value. This will be the minimum resultant, minimum value of resultant, minimum. You can add R max here. You can, if you want, you can add R max here. You can add R min, R minimum, and this will give a between intermediate value will lie in the maximum. Okay, understood? Yes. Please do respond. If you have not,
The second one.
Second one is intermediate value, the value in between. Okay. Maximum value will come A plus B and minimum value is A minus B. Your
Sir.
resultant will lie.
In this third
Yes.
case, if both vectors are equal,
Then answer will come 0. Answer
no.
will come 0.
In third case, if both vectors are equal, then which direction?
Direction, the answer is resultant is coming 0, no. So they will not mention direction because 0 vector, the magnitude is 0. So it doesn't have any direction because they are having, none of them is bigger, no. So we will not mention direction in that case. Okay. Because both of them are equal
sir.
only, so they are, none of them is bigger. So we will not mention the direction in that case. Because the total resultant is becoming 0.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us do the second one, law of triangle. Law of triangle. We'll do this one now. Law of triangle now. Law is and the law of triangle. Actually, law of triangle is same as the law of parallelogram, a part of it. Okay, I'll just show you how. Parallelogram, it was like this, if you remember, vector A, vector B. Let us make a parallelogram here like this first. If you remember, we had done already this. This is P, Q, R, S. This was vector B actually. Angle between them is what? Theta. Where is the resultant of these two vectors? Resultant of these two vectors will be coming by this diagonal, no? Like this one R. And if you remove this part from the parallelogram, we remove this part from the parallelogram, look at this. What does it become? It becomes a triangle. And this is only called law of triangle. Angle between A and B. Where is the angle between A and B? Where will you show the angle between A and B? Angle between A and B will be shown. You have to extend this line. This angle will be theta. Angle between A and B. That is because we are making a parallelogram. This entire angle is theta, so this angle becomes theta. Exterior angle becomes theta here. Not this angle. Don't take this angle as theta. In a triangle, which angle is the angle between the two vectors taken in the same direction, like this? So here is the angle, theta. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes,
so
sir.
angle between the two vectors in a triangle, we will show by this angle of here, theta. And now this is the resultant R. How to find the value of R and magnitude of R? The same way we do. We drop a perpendicular here like this. This is M. This is B. So this one will take as X. This one will take as Y. And now first take this triangle. I think same way we will do as we had done before in parallelogram. We'll make this triangle out there, and then X value will come what? You can write cos theta first in triangle. Like this, like yesterday we had RQM. Cos theta is coming X by B. Magnitude of B is B only. I'm taking magnitude of A is only A. Therefore, X value will become B cos theta. And I'll use sin theta now. Sin theta value will come perpendicular by the base Y upon B. Therefore, the value Y will come B sin theta. We can add X, B cos theta, and Y value as B. Rest of the work is like same as the yesterday's one, law of parallelogram. We are using the formula R square is equal to a square r square Pythagoras theorem. This magnitude of a is a. So total magnitude from here till here will come a plus b cos theta, a plus b cos theta whole square. This is perpendicular, that means b whole square. And now you expand and you get the same answer coming. R square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So to find the addition of two vectors, we can either follow the parallelogram or we can follow triangle. Triangle is easier because parallelogram you have to make all this. So instead of making a parallelogram, we can just make a triangle, simply a triangle, and work it out and find the value of resultant. Formula doesn't change, formula remains the same. Angle also we find alpha angle. Here is the angle alpha. Tan alpha value will come same as what we had done before. It was coming that is b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. Same value will come. R square value will be this, tan alpha value will be this. So magnitude and alpha will give direction. Rest of the thing remains the same. In the law of triangle, we follow the tip to tail rule. Tip of one vector will connect with the tail of the another vector like this. I think we had, you know that a boy moves 4 meters like this, maybe towards east, suppose. And 3 meters towards north, yes, 3 meters towards north. What is the value of displacement of the boy? The displacement of the boy will come like this now, like A, B, C, can make a triangle there, make a triangle like this tip and the tail we are connecting like this way. Here is the resultant like this, just see the resultant coming like this. This will be the value of R. R vector, this displacement vector will be given by this one, A to C, this join it from the first point to the last point. And now R value will come, magnitude of R will come, because angle between them is how much degree. Actually, we are supposed to take this angle. We are supposed to take this. This angle will also come 90 degree automatically. So I'll be using the cos 90 degree is one, that simply Pythagoras theorem we can use and find the value of R. R square value will come 4 square plus 3 square. The value of R is coming 5 meters. And we'll find the angle alpha here. We write tan alpha is equal to perpendicular by the base 3 by 4. Therefore, alpha value will come tan inverse of 3 by 4. I'm sure you are having calculator. So please do calculate using calculator. In calculator, we have this facility tan in bracket 3 by 4. Do you have calculator with you right now?
Yes, sir.
Please check and tell me what is the answer coming.
So 36.86.
Look at it. Yes, you're right. Value of alpha is coming in degree 36.86. You round off 9 degree. 36.9 degree with horizontal. This is horizontal. This is vertical. We can write it with horizontal. This is the magnitude and this is the direction. With horizontal we write. Or we can say if it is east and this is north, we can write it 36.9 degree due northeast, we can write it due any. Please buy one calculator also, because calculator is allowed in 11 and class. You buy any simple calculator, 82S, okay, any simple calculator, calculator will be required. Yeah, tell me if you have any doubts. Okay. That means what is the necessary condition for a quantity? We say there are two specific. Yeah. So there was a disturbance. There are two specific conditions The quantity must have direction. Magnitude always will be there because if it is a quantity, it will have a magnitude. And the quantities, two quantities, or they must follow the law of addition of vectors. They must follow. Then only they will be vectors. If they are having only magnitude and direction, there is no guarantee that the quantity is vector. They have to follow law of addition of vectors. This particular law they have to follow. There are two such quantities in physics. Please remember, there are two such quantities in physics which has magnitude and scalar. Are current and pressure. There are only two such quantities. In spite of having that magnitude and direction, yet they are scalar. They are not vectors because they do not follow law of addition of vectors. This law they do not. There are two. What is the total current? 2 ampere and 3 ampere. We simply add and we write 5 ampere. We do not bother the angle between them. We do not see how much angle they are making and all that. We do not see. We simply divide them. That means current, they have got direction because we mark the direction of current in a circuit also from positive side, it goes towards the negative. We mark direction for current and they have current has magnitude also, yet they are scalars. Even pressure also has got direction. The body will exert pressure in the downward direction sidewise. It that P equal to even irrespective of direction. Right side, left side, upward, downward, total pressure will simply add follow law of addition. So there are two such quantities. There are two such quantities in physics which have magnitude and direction. Till they are scalar. What are those two quantities? Tell me.
Pressure and current. Pressure and current.
Yeah, pressure and current. Pressure and current or current and pressure. Please make a note there. Make a note there and write down. Current and pressure are the two physical quantities which have both magnitude and direction, which have both magnitude and direction, yet they are scalar, because they do not follow the law of addition of vectors, because they do not follow the law of this addition. That's why they are considered only scalars. To be vector quantity, they must follow the law of vectors also. And they must have direction and magnitude, so they have to have, then they are called quantities, physical quantities. Okay, so today we are doing till this much. Tomorrow we'll do some numericals on this and we'll continue with this chapter. Okay, maybe two more classes will be needed to finish this. So tomorrow we'll continue with the some numerical problems on that formula R square and then tan alpha formula. Tomorrow we'll do some problems on that. Okay, thank you, boys.
Bye, sir.